What if I told you your world is based on a lie? The air you breathe, the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the systems in which you participate, all of it from a lie. But not just any lie. The first lie. The first sin. Let's turn back the clock. We're all aware of man's first sin. God commanded man and woman not to eat of the fruit or even touch the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, lest they die. That command should have been enough for any man or woman to abstain from taking action. And for a while, it was. Up until man's first sin, man and woman walked with God, without sin, innocent, and also without knowledge of good or evil. But they did have one vital piece of information: knowledge of consequence. And it's that knowledge that kept man and woman from partaking of the forbidden fruit. Then the serpent came along. Woman, she knew she would die if she ate it. The serpent, he knew it too. But he also knew two other things. One, he had everything to gain from the death of man and woman. And two, because she knew not evil, he knew she would trust what came next. You will not surely die. In other words, what's the big deal? Just take one bite. Do what thou willst. All phrases the serpent and his acolytes use to dull your senses and challenge your ego, with the hopes that you act against your better judgment, especially when you are aware of the consequences. They do this because putting a gun to your head, well, that would clearly identify their intentions and steal from you the one thing they need: your free will. Because once you willingly comply, they are absolved of any wrongdoing. In their minds at least. They benefit. You suffer the consequences. Just like the consequences we all suffer today for man's first sin, derived from Satan's sin. But Satan didn't get a free pass. In fact, God passed judgment on him, first and foremost, for his treachery. The sin, bearing false witness against the word of God, against God himself. For God said, lest you die. And he was right. In his condemnation of the serpent, God also paved the way for man's salvation and eventual return to grace. But because man and woman freely ate of the fruit, God had to pass judgment on them, to each their own, for all their posterity. Free will. It's how man fell from grace. And free will is how we shall return. So I would caution you about bearing false witness. It may very well destroy your world.